So good morning everyone. Online is my voice is audible to you all. Can you confirm in chat box once?
Yes.
So thank you for the confirmation. So actually in last class what we have discussed? So we have discussed like regard
Commands, basic commands of Linux.
basic commands of Linux, right? So let me recap it one more time for you. So let's have a quick review. Now in Linux, if you want to create any file, what is the command?
H.
That is the command to create a file. So this is a way to create the single file, but I want to create the multiple files. Let's say I want to create the AWS file, I want to create the Azure file, I want to create the GCP file.
Touch AWS Azure.
Good GCP. So I want to create the series of files. Let's say I want to create DevOps, DevOps 1, DevOps 2, DevOps 3 until DevOps 10. What is the command?
File name open brace 1.10.
So here we should have DevOps, we should have 1.10. That's perfect. Now I want to check whether my files was created or what is the command? Want to cross check
LS.
with yes, ls or
LL.
ls. Now, what is the difference between ls or now? What is meant by ls first?
Short list.
Ls is nothing but short list. Now, means
Long list.
long. So you will get the full details when you give the ll. Now, after this, we have discussed about how to add the data inside a file. So, how you are going to add the data?
Using Vim editor.
VIM editor. So basically in the VIM editor, totally how many modes we are having here?
3.
3 modes we are having. So what are they?
Command mode,
Command mode,
insert mode, save and quit mode.
insert mode, save and quit mode.
Quit mode.
Save and quit mode. So by defaultly, when you have opened any file with the VIM editor, so you are in which mode?
Command mode.
You are in the command mode. Now I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode.
I. Small I.
Alright, great. So I want to shift from again insert mode to the command mode.
Escape.
Need to press the escape button. Great. So now I want to save my data after
Colon W.
colon W. So whenever we are giving the colon W, so we should be in the command mode or insert mode.
Command mode.
Yeah, we should be in the command mode. So colon W is going to be the save. Now I want to quit from the VIM editor.
Column Q.
Colon Q is going to quit from the VIM editor. Okay. Next. I want to save and quit at a time.
Colon X.
Colon X or colon
Or colon WQ.
state. Now I want to copy a line in VIM
YY.
YY.
This is
So I
single
want to
line.
copy. I want to copy 5 lines at a time.
5YY.
By sorry, by. That's great. Now I want to delete a line. I want to delete a line. So if you want to delete a line, DD. The command here, DD. So that's perfect. That's great. So I want to delete 5 lines. I want to delete 5 lines at a time.
5DD.
Yeah, it's going to be the 5DD. That's great. Now, I want to replace a word. I want to replace a word. So what command we are going to use?
Colon percentage yes forward slash.
/ old word and then new
New,
word.
new word.
That's great. Now I want to check whether my data was added or not. Let's say I'm having the AWS file. the AWS file, I want to check whether my data was added or not. So that's great. Cat is
Cat.
perfect. Now I want to remove a file. I want to remove
MV.
a file. RM.
RM.
So that's great. That's perfect. So actually, up to this, we have discussed in the last class, right? Now, in this class, we are going to start about the directories. So basically, so see here, if you want to create a folder in the Windows, how we are going to create? We want to create a folder in the Windows. I mean, in the Windows,
Click.
right click, new, and then folder, right? Let me
Folder.
create one. Yeah. So right click, new, and then folder. So folder name. In the same manner, if you want to create a folder, if you want to create a folder in the Linux, we are having a, so let me open the killer code. So click on the playgrounds, Ubuntu. So now, if you want to create a folder in the Linux, so guys, basically in the Linux, folders are called directories. Folders are called directories. So if you want to create a folder, nothing but a directory. In the Linux, we are having a command called mkdir. Mkdir is nothing but the make directory. What we are having here? Make directory. So I want to create a directory called AWS. So then hit enter. So totally we have created a directory called AWS. Now I want to cross check whether my directory was created or not. How we are going to check means again the ls we are having. What is the command here? We are having the ls. So ultimately ls is the command to see the list of files as well as list of directories. So let me remove the file system here. Yeah. So totally I am having AWS directory. Now let me create one more file. Let's say I want to create the file called DevOps. So totally we have created the AWS directory DevOps file. So see here, we are having AWS directory DevOps file. Now my question is, how can I get to know that whether this is my directory, whether this is my file? How can I get to know?
Move to directory name. AWS. It shows AWS.
Yeah. By seeing these two, how can I identify this is the directory, this is the file? So one was the color difference. We are having the color difference. So later we can also see the list of files as well as list of directories by giving the LL. So when you give the LL, we will get the full information. So see here, for the AWS, the starting letter is going to be the D. The starting letter is going to be the D. So here D is nothing but directory. Okay. So here D is nothing but directory. So later we are having the AWS file. What we are having here? We are having AWS file. So for the AWS file, we are having the starting as hyphen. So here hyphen is nothing but file. So some will call as regular file or regular file. Anything is fine. So later we are having the permissions. So these permissions will come in our upcoming sessions. Okay, now so meanwhile, how to identify the directory as well as file? So the first one is about the color difference. Color difference. So the second one is about, so directories will start with the D. Files will start with the hyphen. Now, so this is the way to create the single directory. But I want to create the multiple directories. I want to create the multiple directories. So we are having the same ways, guys. How we have created the files in the same manner, we have to create the directories as well. So I want to create the directories as Azure. I want to create the directories as GCP. So totally we have created the multiple directories. So if you want to cross check, we are having the multiple directories. In the same way, if you want to create the series of directories, so the command will be the same. KDAL. Also the format is also going to be the same. Let's say TCS 1 double dot 5. So totally it is going to create 5 TCS directories. We are having the TCS directory. Now, my question is, I want to remove a directory. So then what is the command here? So any,
RMDIR.
RM.
yeah, RMDIR. Perfect. What we are having?
DIR.
RMDIR. So
RM.
the directory that you want to remove. So I
M.
want to remove, sorry.
MR type చేసేసారు మీరు RMDIR.
Okay, sorry. RMDIR. So remove directory. So the directory that you want to remove. Let's say I want to remove the directory called GCP. So then hit enter. It was removed the GCP. But I want to remove the series of TCS anytime. I want to remove the
DIR.
TCS series. RMDIR
TCS star.
TCS star. So we can give the TCS star. We can also give the T
One down TCS.
star. And also we can give the T star. Anything is fine, right? So the directories that are starting with the T, it is going to remove all. You can give the T star. You can also give the TC star. You can also give the TCS star. Anything is yes star. So totally we have removed the TCS directory. Clear for all of you? Now, so now that's perfect. I want to go inside a directory. Let's say this is my folder. This is my folder. I want to go to the inside the folder. How we are going to go? So we need to double press on it, right? In the same manner, in the Linux, if you want to go inside a directory, we are having a command called cd. What we are having, sir, here? We are having the cd. So cd is nothing but change directory. Cd is nothing but change directory. So I want to go to the AWS directory. So then hit enter. Now totally I was in the AWS directory. How can I get to know that means? So previously I was in the root directory. See here, this symbol was a root directory. This symbol was a root directory. But I was in AWS directory. So previously I used to be in the root directory, but I was in the AWS directory. So clear for all of you? Now my question is, do we can able to create a directory inside a directory? Do we
Yes.
can
Yes. Yes.
able, yes, we can able to create. So just like analyze in the general format. This is my Windows laptop. So I want to go inside the folder means we can able to go. So inside the folder, we can able to create one more folder. Yes, we can able to create. So click on the new folder. That's it. The same manner, we can able to create inside a directory. So mkdir I am going to give as AWS1. So totally it was created. Now give the ls, I am having the AWS file. So if I want to go inside a directory, we can able to go. So cd AWS1. Now again, my question is, do we can able to create a directory inside a file?
Yes.
So I am repeating again the question. Do we can able to create a directory inside a file?
No.
Yeah. Yes, we can't able to create. So see here, I am having one file here. I am having one file. So totally I have opened the file. I have opened the file. So inside the file, we can able to create the directory. No, right? So in the same manner, in the Linux also, we can't able to create the directory inside a file. We can only create the directory inside a directory. Clear? So now, my question is, do we can able to create a file inside a directory?
Yes.
Yes, we can able to create. So sorry for this. Yes, we can able to create. So let's say I am in the AWS1 directory. Now touch and then file name. Let's say I want to create the file name as Harsha. File name as Harsha. So totally we have created the file. Now I want to create one more directory. mkdir AWS. So totally we have created the AWS2. So we should go to the AWS2. So totally I was in the AWS2. Again, I am going to create one more directory, mkdir AWS3, cd AWS3. So again, mkdir AWS4, cd AWS4, again, mkdir AWS5, cd AWS5. So totally, where I was in, sir, I was in the AWS5 directory. But AWS5 directory, where it was in AWS4, AWS4, AWS3, AWS3, AWS2, AWS2, AWS1, and AWS1 is going to be in the AWS directory. Now I want to print my path. I want to print my path. So currently where I was in. So if you want to see where you are in, so the command will be pwd. Pwd is nothing but present working directory. PWD is nothing but present working directory. So then hit enter. So totally I was in the AWS5 directory. So which was in AWS4 directory. So even, AWS4 was in AWS3 directory, AWS3 was in AWS2 directory. So ultimately my AWS directory was in the root directory. So ultimately root is the default directory in the Linux. So clear for all of you?
Could you repeat once?
So see here, let's say I want to know in which directory, in which path I was in. Currently where I was in, I want to print my path. So if you want to print your path, so the command will be pwd, present working directory. What is it? Present working directory. So totally it is going to print where you are in. So currently I was in this path. Correct only, right? I was in the AWS folder, AWS5 folder. So actually AWS5 folder was present on the AWS4 folder. AWS4 folder was present on the AWS3. AWS3 was present on 2. It was present on 1. It was present on AWS. So it was present on the root directory. So my question is, do we have created the root directory? Do we have created the root directory?
No.
No. So, but it was there. It means root directory is the default directory in the Linux. Root directory is the default directory in the Linux. So clear for all of you? No? Yes. So then that's great. So totally, I was in AWS directory. I was in AWS5 directory. Now I want to go to the AWS4 directory. It means I want to go to the previous step. Want to go to the previous. So if you want to go to the previous, nothing but one step back. So the command will be cd space double dot. It is going to be go to the previous step. So then hit enter. I was in the AWS4. Now I want to go to the two steps back. I want to go to the two steps back. So the command will be the same. cd space double dot slash double dot. It is going to be two steps back. So totally I was in the AWS 2 direct. Now I want to go to the AWS directly. I want to go to the AWS directly. Then what is the command here? Directly I want to go to the AWS. Then what is the command? Again, it is going to be the same. CD space double dot slash double dot slash double dot. So 3 steps back. CD space double dot slash double dot slash double dot. So totally you are in the root directory now. So yeah, so CD space double dot slash double dot. You will be in the AWS. Now let me go to the AWS. Let the AWS having the AWS for AWS. So currently I was in the AWS 5 directory. Now directly I want to go to the root directory. So wherever you are in, you want to go to the root directory. So then command will be simply cd. Okay. So ultimately you are in the root directory now. Now I want to go from where I was come. So totally I was come from the AWS 5. Now I want to go to the AWS 5 again. So the command will be cd hyphen. So totally again I was in the AWS 5. So clear for all of you? So now let me repeat what we have done up to now. So see here, if you want to create a directory, so the command will be mkdir. So single directory. So if you want to create multiple directories, mkdir space space space. If you want to create the series of directories, mkdir tcs series 1 double dot 10. So it is going to create the directories. Now I want to remove a directory. So the command will be rmdir. So then remove. Now I want to go inside a directory. So let's say I am having the AWS directory. I want to go inside a directory. Then what is the command here?
CD AWS.
CD and then AWS. That's it. Now let's say totally I have created like this. Let's say I want to create TCS directory. Inside the TCS, I want to create TCS1. Inside the TCS1, I want to create TCS2. Inside the TCS2, I want to create TCS3. I want to create TCS4. I want to create TCS5. So if you want to create like this, how you are going to create? First, we need to create the TCS directory. Yeah. First, we need to create the TCS directory. Inside the TCS directory, I want to create the TCS1. So inside the TCS1, I want to create the TCS2. Inside the TCS2, TCS3, TCS4, as well as TCS5. So we need to create like this, right? Instead of creating like this, we can able to create by using single command. So see here, mkdir. So let me check. Do we have any TCS directories here? No, right? So command will be mkdir hyphen p parenting. So TCS, inside the TCS I want to create TCS1. Inside the TCS1 I want to create the TCS2. Inside the TCS2 I want to create the TCS3. Like we can able to create TCS5. So totally we have created. So if you want to cross check, we are having a TCS directory. Just need to go to the inside the TCS directory, we are having the TCS1. So inside the TCS1, we are having the TCS2. Like we are having. Okay. So we can able to go at a time as well. So clear for all of you?
Sir, once again repeat that one.
Yeah. So see here, if you want to create series of, like a directory inside a directory. Let's say I want to create Azure directory. Inside the Azure directory, I want to create Azure 1 directory. Inside the Azure 1, I want to create Azure 2, Azure 3, as well as Azure 4, Azure 5. So I want to create a directory called Azure. Inside the Azure, I want to create Azure 1. Inside the Azure 1, I want to create the Azure 2. Inside the Azure 2, I want to create Azure 3. Inside the Azure 3, I want to create Azure 4. Inside the Azure 4, I want to create Azure 5. I want to create like this. So if you want to create like this, until what I have done, how I have created. So it means, so I have go to so if I want to create like this, first what I have done, so I have moved to the Azure directory. Inside the Azure directory, again I have created mkdir Azure 1. So later Azure 2, Azure 3. So instead of creating like this, we can able to create at a time. So mkdir hyphen p. P is nothing but parenting. Now Azure, first I want to create the Azure directory. Inside the Azure directory, I want to create Azure 1 directory. Inside the Azure 1, I want to create Azure. Inside the Azure 2, I want to create Azure 3, Azure 4, Azure 5. Okay, now, so then hit enter. We are having the Azure directories. So if you want to cross check CD Azure. So inside the Azure, I am having the Azure 1, I am having the Azure 2, I am having the Azure CD Azure 1. So we are having the Azure 2, just for the Azure 2. So inside the Azure 2, I am having the Azure. Okay, now. So inside the Azure 3, I am having the Azure 4. So the way to create a directory inside a directory at a time. Clear now? So that's great. That's perfect. So then next. So then next. Let's say, let's say I'm having a directory called Azure 5. So in my Linux, I know I am having a directory called Azure 5, but I don't know the path. But I don't know where the Azure 5 was present. Okay, now. So see here, guys, it was a situation question. So see here, let's say, let's say this is my Linux server. This is my Linux server. So in my Linux server, I know I am having the Azure 5 directory, but I don't know where it was present. Okay, now I know Azure 5 directory was there, but I don't know where it was there. So in this case, we can use a command called tree. So when you give the tree, so see here what it is getting, tree command not found. So just try to install the tree here. So if you want to install the tree, apt install tree. So ultimately this is the command. So it is suggesting me that just try to install the tree. Yes, I forgot. So here hyphen y is nothing but the permission, guys. Hyphen y is nothing but s. So in upcoming classes, we will teach about this. Okay, na? So now previously I have given the tree. It is not going to be work. Now it just have to give the tree here. You will get. So by seeing this picture, I can get to know that my Azure file was present on the my Azure file. I mean Azure directory was present on the Azure 4. Azure 5 directory was. I mean Azure 4 directory was present on Azure 3. So here we can get to know like this. So clear for all of you?
Could you repeat once?
So see here. Let's say this is my Linux. This is my Linux server. So in my Linux server, I know I am having my TCS4 directory. I know I am having my TCS4 directory, but I don't know the path where it was present. I don't know the path where my TCS4 was present. So in this situation, we can use the tree command. You can use the tree command. So when you give the tree, ultimately it is going to print the path, all the folders. So see here, ultimately my TCS4 was present on TCS3. It was present on TCS2. It was present on the TCS1. It was present on the TCS. So TCS was present on the root. So in the root, totally I am having three directories. One was the AWS, one was the Azure, one was the so full of Azure, and I am having the TCS. So this is the main directory. So see here totally we are having 4. By giving like this we can get. So clear for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now next. So totally my Azure 3 directory was present on the Azure 2. Azure 2 was present on the Azure 1. Azure 1 was present on the Azure. Now I want to move this Azure 3 directory inside to the Azure, inside to the TCS 4. So see here, totally I am having my Azure 3 directory was here. I want to move my Azure 3 directory to inside to the Azure 3 directory. TCS 3 directory. So in this case, we are going to use the move command. What we are going to use? Move command. So MB is nothing but the move. MB is nothing but the move. So the directory that you want to move. So let's say I want to move the Azure 3 directory. So basically Azure 3 directory, where it was present on the AZ, AZ1, AZ2, AZ3. So I want to move the AZ3 directory. To where you want to move? I want to move into the TCS. So here I want to. So totally it was moved. So ultimately this is the source. This is the source, space as well as destination. I want to move the Azure 3 directory to the inside TCS 3. So just had to give the again 3 command. Now totally it was moved. Clear? So clear for all of you. So that's
Okay.
it. Now let's say I want to I want to I want to rename my TCS file. So I want to rename my TCS file with Harsha. How we are going to rename? Again, the command is going to be the MB move only. Okay, now. So actually, my TCS file where it was present on the TCS 4. So actually, TCS 4 where it was present on the TCS 3 as well as TCS. See here, TCS, TCS 1, TCS 2, TCS3, TCS4, TCS 5. I want to remove the TCS, rename the TCS 5 with TCS 1, TCS 2, TCS3, TCS 4, TCS 5. Now, TCS, so to which name you want to rename? So I want to rename it. So totally it was renamed. So give the three command again. I am having DevOps. Instead of TCS 5, now I am having DevOps. Clear for all of you? Renaming a directory from the root directory. So then next. So clear for all of you. So don't be confused. So these all are the simple commands. So when you just try to practice this one, you will get to know that. So as a very, very simple. So now, so now, totally I am having my Harsha file here. I want to rename this file. How you are going to rename? I want to rename my Harsha file how you are going to rename. So command will be the same. MV command will be the same. So the file you want to rename. So currently, actually, I want to rename my Harsha file. So actually, my Harsha file, where it was present on the AWS one. So actually, AWS one, where it was present on the AWS. So just have to give the path AWS. Inside the AWS, I am having the AWS one. So inside the AWS one, I am having Harsha. I am having the Harsha. So just have to replace the Harsha with, uh, Sun. So totally we have renamed. So then hit enter. Now just have to give the again tree. I am having Sai now. So ultimately we need to give like this. So guys, so don't be confused. This is my source. This is my source. This is my destination. Source file that you want to rename. So that you want to rename with destination as. So clear for all of you? So that's great. Now I want to copy a file. Let's say I am having Sai file here. This file I want to copy to the Azure 2 direct. I want to copy to the Azure directory. So if you want to copy a line, if you want to copy, so the command will be cp. What is the command here? We are having the command called cp. So the file that you want to copy. So I want to copy the Sai file. Actually, my Sai file where it was present on the AWS one. So AWS one, where it was present on the AWS. So just try to give the source. Actually, we are having the AWS. Inside the AWS, I am having the AWS one. So inside the AWS one, I am having the Sai file. So just try to copy to Azure, Azure. So inside the Azure, I am having the Azure one. So inside the Azure one, I am having the Azure 2. So just try to copy to here. So when you copy, your Sai file remains here and also here. Why? Because we are using the copy, right? So it is going to copy from here to here. So now just try to give the three command here. We are having the Sai file here as well. So clear for all of you? Just try to confirm in chat box once so that I can move.
Yes, sir.
So that's great. Now, so let me recap from the day one to up to now, what we have discussed from the day one to up to now. So in the day one, what I have discussed about the introduction to the DevOps. So introduction to the DevOps. Later, what we have discussed about the servers, right? So before discussing about the servers, what is meant by application first? What is meant by application?
Group of services together
Servers
called
together.
application.
Group of services together called application. Perfect. So actually at the end, where our application will present?
Server.
It is going to be present on the server. Now, what is meant by server?
Which
What is
provides services to end user.
which provides the services to the end user. That's great. Now, so totally, how many servers we are having? How many types of servers we are having?
3 types.
3 types of servers we are having. So what are they?
Web server, app server, database server.
Web server, app server, database server. That's perfect. So what is meant by web server?
Present UI.
That's perfect. So who will work on the web server?
DevOps developers.
Developers as well as UI UX team. That's great. Now, which type of technologies they will use?
Java,
Yeah, CSS, HTML, Java, React, Angular. These all are the front-end technologies. Next, where it is going to be present? Presentation layer.
Layer.
So after web server, what we are having? We are having the app server. So what is meant by the app server?
Logic layer.
present in logic,
Yeah, where it was, where our logic was present. That's great. Now, who will work on the app server?
developer,
Developer. So which type of technologies they are going to use?
Java, .NET,
Java, .NET, Python. Now, where it is going to be present? Logic layer. That's great. Now, after app server, what we are having? We are
database,
having a database server. Okay, now who will work on the database server?
database,
Database team. So wherever info will get stored. So which type of technologies they are going to use?
CosmoDB, MongoDB,
SQL, MySQL, MongoDB, Cosmos DB. That's great. Great. Now, where it is going to be present?
database,
Backend. Now, after this, we have discussed about the architectures of servers. So, totally, how many types of architectures we are having?
4 types.
4,
4 types of architectures. So, majorly, how many types of architectures?
3
3,
types.
What are they?
one
One
tier, two
tier,
tier,
One tier
one-tier
architecture.
architecture.
2
Next,
tiers.
two-tier architecture. Next, three-tier architecture. So here tier is nothing but the layer is nothing but the server. So ultimately we can call it as one server, two server, three server architecture. So in the one server, nothing but in the one tier architecture, totally how many servers we are having?
1 server.
one server,
We are having one server. So within the one server, we are having the web server, we are having the app server, we are having the database server. So then this type of architecture are nothing but one tier architecture. So example for one tier architecture, what we are having? We are having the
lab,
laptop. That's great. So after one tier architecture, we are having the two tier architecture. In the two tier architecture, totally how many servers we are having? We are having the two servers. So this is my server one, this is my server two. So within the server one, I am going to install the web server. Within the server two, I am going to install the app server as well as database server. So then this type of architecture are nothing but two tier architecture. So example for two tier architecture, what we are having? Phone
Phone
as
YouTube.
well as YouTube. That's great. So after two-tier architecture, we have discussed about the three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture. So in the three-tier architecture, totally how many servers we are having here? 3 servers. Right. The name itself contains 3. So server 1, server 2, server 3. So in the first server, we are going to install the web, app, as well as database. So then this type of architecture are nothing but three-tier architecture. Example for three-tier architecture, again, phone as well as YouTube. So here way of arranging the app server as well as database server separately. So that's great. Now, next, after this, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the OS, right? So now, what is meant by OS?
operating system,
Yeah, what exactly it will do? What exactly it will do? Let's say we are the humans. We are the humans. We know number of languages, but the server will only understand the binary level language. So if the human wants to communicate with the server, we need one translator. So here translator are nothing but the OS. So that's perfect. High level to low level conversion. So here translator are nothing but the OS. So that's perfect. Now, after this, we have discussed about the architecture of servers. We have discussed about the, architecture of OS. So now, in the OS, the first component is going to be the hardware. Right. Now, what is meant by hardware? Let's say
We
this is
can't
my
touch
laptop.
the
Let's say this is my what we can touch. Yeah. So that's related to. So, but see here exact the meaning of hardware. Let's say this is my laptop. If any external devices that are connected to my lap, let's say such as printer, mouse, HDMI ports, DVDs. So if any external devices that are connected to my laptop, those information will store on the hardware. Now after hardware, what we are having? We are having the kernel. What we are having here? We are having the kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel? So, let's say again, this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having my hardware components. Again, in this laptop, I am having my software components. So, if the hardware components like which we can see, which we can touch, are the hardware components like so CPU, RAM, then a mouse, so monitor, keyboard. These all are the hardware components. Within my laptop, I am having the software components as well, like runtimes, boot files, kind of softwares we are having. So kernel is the reason it is going to be communication between hardware components as well as software components are nothing but the kernel. Next, after kernel, what we are having? We are having the shell. Now, what is meant by shell? The place, the place where our commands are executing. Commands are executing. Like up to we have performed a number of commands, right? The place where our commands are executing are nothing but the shell. So in the laptop, we are having the command prompt. Let's say this is the command prompt. So I'm giving the AWS. So this is the command. Okay, now, so the place where our commands are executed. So CD is nothing but the change directory. We have performed in the server as well. Okay. Similarly, we can able to perform here as well. Next, after shell, what we are having? We are having the application. What we are having? We are having the application. So applications are nothing but like in my laptop, I am having the number of applications, right? So VLC media, okay, now Zoom, GoToMeeting. We are having the number of. So then next, after this, we have discussed about the how to create a files in a server. Okay, now. So we can able to create the files by using the touch. So if you want to create a file, I want to see whether my file was created or not. How you are going to see ls or ll. I want to add data inside my file. How we are going to add? I want to add the data inside my file. How we are going to add the data inside a file, guys?
here is a VAM editor.
Yeah. So in the VAM editor, totally how many modes we are having?
Three.
Three. That's
Three.
great. What are they?
Command, insert, save and quit.
Command, insert mode, save and quit. So now, by default, in which mode we are in?
Command mode.
Command mode. So I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode.
I. I.
So how can I get to know that whether I was in the command mode or in the insert mode? How can I get to know that?
In bottom of the table, it shows the insert mode name.
Yes, that's perfect. So in the bottom, we will get an option called insert. So if you are getting the insert means you are in the insert mode. If you are not getting anything, you are in the command mode. Okay, now. So I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. How you are going to shift?
Escape.
Great. I want to save and quit at a time.
Colon X.
Colon X. That's great. Now, colon W key. It's also fine. That's great. Next, I want to delete a line.
DD.
DD. So I want to go to the fifth line. Let's say I'm
IDD.
having number of. No. I'm not going to delete 5 lines. I'm having the number of
Okay.
lines. I want to go to the fifth line.
5YY.
5YY, it is going to be the copy 5 lines, right? Yes, perfect. Colon 5. Okay, so you are trying, it was very, very, very good. Okay, now, so when you do practice, you will get that. Okay, now, so no issue, it was very fine. Next. I want to go to the 15th line. So if you want to go to the 15th line, colon 15. Now I am having number of lines. I am having the number of lines. I want to set numbers to all my lines. Then what is the command here?
Colon set number.
So colon set number. That's perfect. Okay, na? Next, I want to I want to create a directory. Then what is the command here?
MKDIR.
mkdir. So here mkdir means
Make directory.
make a directory. Yes, that's perfect. Now, by giving the ls or by giving the ll, we can able to see list of files. We can able to see the list of directories. Now, how can I get to know that whether this is the file, whether this is the folder? How can I get to know that?
Color difference.
Color difference and
Starting D will be there for directory.
yeah, for the directory in the starting we are having the D. For the file we are having the hyphen. So here hyphen is nothing but a regular file or some will call it as file. Anything is fine. Okay, no? Now I want to rename a directory. Let's say I am having the AWS directory.
Move.
Move AWS with a new name. Anything is. So up to this we have discussed. So clear for all of you? So clear for all of you. So guys,
Yes.
yeah. So that's it from my end for today. So guys, if you have any doubts over the session, you can ask. Also, before going to go to the doubt session, let me ask you, how was the sessions? Is it fine or do I need to go slow?
Okay, sir, it's fine.
So how was the sessions? So just try to respond for these questions. I need a response from each and everyone.
Little bit slow
Little
because
bit
some
because
we
slower.
want little. Um,
Okay. So we can go. No issue.
because I don't know basics to learn.
Yeah. We will teach. From the scratch only we will teach. We will go slow. No issue for us.
Okay, thank you.
Also, what about the others? I need response from each and everyone. So
It's fine
try
for
to
me, sir. No
respond.
problem for me.
Sorry.
The way of teaching is good for me, sir. There is no objection from my end.
Yeah. Thank you. So we are having the number of students here, but I am getting only few responses. Someone is directly pinging me. Someone is speaking. All. Yeah. That's great. So any alternative concerns, like you want to tell any concerns or suggestions, you can. So guys, that's it from my end for today. So,
Recording share చేస్తారా తర్వాత I mean after the classes every day.
yeah, we are having the recording, so it's going to be the lifetime. Maybe just to contact with the admin team. So we are having the recordings, and also they are going to provide the recordings for you.
Material also, right?
Yeah, material also we are going to provide. So see here, actually, it was a previous sessions students drive. So after the class, I am going to upload the videos. I mean, not videos from not my end. So I'm going to upload only the notes. So see here, it was the ongoing batch. It was the ongoing batch. So this is a folder for 96 batch, and also these videos are uploaded by the admin team, but me, I am going to upload the notes here. So here owner is going to be the me, but videos are uploading by the Harsha team as well. Here notes was uploaded by me. So we are daily uploading the notes here.
Okay.
So want to see the Terraform, we are having the notes here. Daily in this way we are going to upload.
సార్
Yeah,
మన టచ్ కమాండ్లో కాపీ చేయడం ఎలాగో చెప్పారు, కాకపోతే 1 to 20 లైన్స్లో నాకు 8 to 16 లైన్స్ మధ్యలో నేను కాపీ చేయాలనుకున్నాను. అది ఎలాగా?
యా బిట్వీన్ ద రేంజ్ మనం చేయొచ్చండి. నేను చెప్తాను, ఇంకా లైనక్స్ ఉంది మనకి. ఓకేనా? సో
ఓకే ఓకే
చిన్నగా
ఓకే
వెళ్దామని నేను చిన్నగా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే సార్.
రేంజెస్ ఇవ్వచ్చు.
ఇన్ డెప్త్ గా కూడా వెళ్తారు కదా సార్, లైక్ ఆఫ్టర్ క్లాసెస్ కంటిన్యూ.
ఇన్ డెప్త్ గా యా ఏదైతే లైక్ డెవోప్స్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ కావాలో అది మొత్తం నేను చెప్తాను. యాక్చువల్ గా లైనక్స్ అనేది ఇట్స్ అన్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్ కోర్స్. అది వేరే సపరేట్ కోర్స్ అన్నమాట. మీరు నేర్చుకోవాలంటే అది 3 months పడుతుంది దానికే. ఓకేనా? సో
ఓకే
వాట్ ఎవర్ ద నాలెడ్జ్ ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్, సో కరెంట్లీ ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్ ద 8 years ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. నా దగ్గర ఎంతైతే ఉందో అది మొత్తం నేను మీకు ఇచ్చేస్తాను.
ఓకే.
క్లోజ్ టు ఇట్.
సాటర్డే సండే క్లాసెస్ ఉండవా?
యా సాటర్డే సండేస్ ఉండవండి.
ఓకే
యాక్చువల్లీ మీకు అసైన్మెంట్స్ అలా ఇస్తామన్నమాట సాటర్డే. సో
ఓకే.
మన క్లాస్ వినేసి వెళ్ళిపోతే కరెక్ట్ కాదు కదా.
ఆ,
సో మీకు ఎంత వస్తుంది, మిమ్మల్ని ట్రాక్ చేయాలి అంటే అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. సో ఇస్తాం మేము. సో ఇంకా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? So do we have any DevOps recordings where we can have a demo? Yeah, we are having the demo recording. So just try to contact with the admin team, Harika. They are going to provide the demo. So actually, I have given the demo lively. So if you miss, so just try to contact with the admin team. They are going to give the recording.
మెటీరియల్ ఆల్సో రైట్?
Yeah, material also we are having.
అంటే క్లాస్ అయిపోయాక మళ్ళీ మేము చదువుకోవడానికి ఉంటుందా? అంటే తర్వాత ఎప్పుడో ఇస్తే లైక్ అప్ టు డేట్
అవునండి,
క్లాస్.
అప్ టు డేటే ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, అప్ టు డేటే ఉంటుంది. నేనే కదా అప్లోడ్ చేసేది. ఒకసారి చూడండి ఇక్కడ, ఇది ఇప్పుడు అప్లోడ్ చేసింది అయితే కాదు కదా. వెయిట్. సో 7 PM అప్ టు డేటే ఉంటుంది. 96th బ్యాచ్ నోట్స్. సో చూడండి ఇక్కడ, ఏ టాపిక్ ఆ రోజు చెప్తే వెంటనే అప్పటికప్పుడు డేట్లు చేంజ్ అవుతున్నాయి చూసారా. ఆ రోజు ఆ టాపిక్ చెప్పాను, వెంటనే అప్లోడ్ చేశారు. ఆ రోజు ఆ టాపిక్ చెప్తాను, వెంటనే అప్లోడ్ చేసేస్తాను. అట్లా.
మాది ఇప్పటివరకు చేయలేదు కదా
ఓకే.
సార్
అది
నోట్స్ అప్డేట్.
మీది ఇంకా నాకు డ్రైవ్ యాక్సెస్ రాలేదండి. మీది బ్యాచ్ ఫామ్ అయిన తర్వాత డ్రైవ్ యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తారు. నాకు ఇచ్చినప్పుడు నేను అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే ఓకే. ఇదంతా స్టార్టింగ్ నుండి మొత్తం నోట్స్ అంతా ఇస్తారు కదా సార్?
ఇస్తారు నోట్స్, నేనే అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే ఓకే.
వన్స్ బ్యాచ్ ఫామ్ అయ్యాక ఇస్తారా సార్? ఐ మీన్
యా
డైలీ
ఒకసారి
నోట్స్.
డైలీ నోట్స్
ఓకే
ఇస్తారండి.
ఓకే ఓకే. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
So any alternative doubts as well as concerns? So guys, if you have any further queries like videos, notes, course related contents, anything you can ask to me as well as to our admin team. They are going to tell you. So any doubts, guys? So okay then. Bye all. Have a nice day.
Okay, sir. Thank you.